appreciate this so much. Like I said, this is full circle for me. And, Linda was excited to meet you because, I mean, you're one of the originals, man. I mean, you've been around since, I didn't even know what coaching was. I didn't even have a coach back then. I was so young.
I would like to know, what is your favorite coaching tip that you would like to pass on to your future clients?
I think it's really important for people to understand that by intention or by default, they have habits in their life that help them deliver what they want in their life. Good health, financial success, or whatever. And if you break that down into what's the one habit that would open the way for other habits, and I'm sure you're familiar with the term, it's called a keystone habit. And the keystone habit obviously is the key. And the keystone habit is that one habit that you do consistently that opens the way for better, healthier, positive habits, okay? So that might be meditation for somebody, that might be prayer for somebody, that might be physical exercise for somebody, that might be journaling for somebody. My suggestion would be to either figure out what that one thing you can do consistently that will, and it could be just as simple as a gratitude journal, 3 things I'm grateful for. I practice that every morning, but that would be another example. But find that and then really develop that with intention and then see what else opens up because you're consistently building that one keystone habit.
So Tony, if you could tell us a story about why you became a coach, and is it a part of who you are, or is it a particular life experience that drove you to choose coaching?
The story's easy, and I don't think it was a life experience, Linda. It was more of it found me experience. And once I, had a name for what I do, coaching. I didn't think of myself as a coach, right? Because I think of sports or whatever, right? Okay, but when I looked at, and I was looking at the question earlier today, and I thought, okay, so my whole life pattern has been one of learning, sharing, teaching, developing people so they could be at their best, right? So when I was in management, it was all about cross-training. It was all about empowerment. It was all about challenging. As a result, those people got better raises. Those people got hired by other companies. And that didn't piss me off. I figured, well, heck, I must be doing something right, because I'm developing them. That was my end goal. I was happy for them. I want them to win. I celebrate. And I've always been a person who leads from my heart and always looking for the potential in the person when I'm with them and listening to them. And then I've always made a point of making myself available to mentor other people.
Yeah, Tony, and definitely saw that about you when you first gave me a coaching session and really made me, I remember you took me into a much bigger vision. That was one of the things that you were able to accomplish, is I had a smaller vision and you challenged me to think bigger. And I love you for that to this day. You mentioned your process. So I just want to ask you, what kind of coaching do you provide, and what is the high level view of your process? That 30,000 view.
Yeah. So let me say it this way, and then I'll get more specific. So you might have heard me say this, Anton. I think I've posted it before and stuff. So as a Joy of Learning guy, I provide custom fit personal information, insights, and ideas that you can implement today, tomorrow, this week, so you can shine at your brilliant best. So the information that I provide has to be for you. It can't be a generic piece of information. It's more personal and customized. That's why I love the one-on-one coaching. The one-on-one coaching to me is safe and sacred, and it allows me to really dial into that person in a way that my deep intuitive listening, my gift of deep intuitive listening, with the questions that I ask, then provide a mirror. It's a fresh look and an echo, a fresh hearing of that person, so they can look and see and feel themselves in new light and move forward in action and confidence. I listen to what you're saying. I mirror back and echo back what you're saying. You get to reflect on it. I ask you some deep questions that allow you to have inner access to your wisdom, and you can go on with your life.
I love that. That's very simple yet not simple, because many people just can't access that inner wisdom, you know, and that's what I love about you. You mentioned input is one of your top 5 strengths, and I think that that's the piece that plays that, is that being able to see things and collect information and put it into relevant buckets that we as clients may otherwise miss, right?
Right, and then the connectedness is being able to see those pieces that seem to be fragment to you as a whole.
Very good. So my next question is, you know, and kind of frame it up, if this is the vessel, like what your coaching system, coaching process is the vessel, what is the destination that your client gets from taking the journey on this vessel? What is the end result for them?
Maybe it's a point in the journey. The destination is a point in the journey, is the way I would respond to that. It's not like an end result and then you're finally arrived. I don't think that. If you did, you're probably dead. In fact, it's a journey, and it's never a straight line. It's a journey. And so what's your destination? So maybe it's that appreciative inquiry question. You know, okay, we bring out the champagne and we celebrate a year from now, and what's new and different and better for you, and how are you going to know it, and all that. And that becomes a visualization, visioning, imagination piece that then we can look as that's a milestone that we can reach in 6 months or 12 months or whatever the time frame in which you're working with the individual client is.
So we're going to flip this around a little bit here. So what kind of client are you the wrong coach for? And and what qualities would be present in your ideal match of someone you would enjoy working with?
Let me just list the characteristics of somebody who's really not a good fit for me. And possibly for none of us, right? They're lazy, they whine, they make excuses, they blame, they complain, they're not open, they're not willing to take responsibility, they're not coachable. Okay? Now, let's talk about the ideal client. It's really somebody who is open to new learning and realizes that personal growth is work. You have to go in it with, this is an investment to me, it's a commitment to my life, and the money I'm paying is worth it because it's an investment in me. Okay? Because the contribution and the impact you make is because that's your lens, that's who you are, that's what you give. Okay. All right, I know I'm preaching the choir here, but what a joy to be able to talk to people that know that I'm crazy, but they're crazy too, and so we can be crazy together. Kumbaya.